Hello everybody, welcome back to Eureka Farms here in Farming Simulator 19 with me, CWATTY. It is a new day, it's dawn of a new day, and we've got a lot of work to be doing today. I've got fields to harvest. Field 6 is ready, field 3 is ready, field 9 is ready. So yeah, quite a bit of harvesting to start. As a result of that, I've had to obviously get things kind of prepped a little bit. So, going to the finances, you can see I've taken a loan of $275,000. The reason for that is I didn't quite have enough money to buy my new harvester, my new header and everything. So, I've had to take a bank loan. I wasn't able to make enough money with all my straw selling and fertilizer contracting that I was doing at the end of the last video. So I've had to take a bank loan, but that's not a problem. We'll get that repaid fairly quickly. Now the equipment is bought. It is down here waiting for me at the farm, at the shop. Got a slightly second-hand looking header trailer there. Got a brand new John Deere X9 1100 harvester. Decided to go for the wheels option. I bought it with wheels rather than crawler track for the simple reason I don't like the crawler track on the mod. It's not 3D, so I didn't want it with the tracks. But I've got myself a lovely 60-foot header, Midwest Duras header, 60-footer. That should do wonderful. Now, I believe that's on. If it falls off, it falls off. Right, we're going to need to get some fuel for the harvester. But then I think I'm going to go straight and I'm going to do field 9, I think, first. Can I actually connect to that? Drive it all over. Right, there was a pickup point. There we go. Not a lot of room between that chopping board and the harvester. Could end up having to use a little tractor to pull this header around the map then, because that's a little bit tight, that is. But anyway, we've got a new combine, slightly larger capacity than the previous one. The previous X9 that I had. This is obviously the latest version of the mod, the updated version of the mod released by Sid Modding over on the mod hub. So he's added a few extra configurations. He's actually got two different harvesters. There's actually two different versions of the harvester. There's the 1000 series, and then the, like I say, the 1100 series. Another thing, obviously the tank on this trailer can actually be fueled with fuel as well. Right, I'm just going to drive over here through the cones. Filling up the harvester. It's a nice harvester though, definitely like it. Nice bit of kit this. Nice interior. Very nice. Very nice bit of machinery. have had the hopper on the top painted black, but I decided to keep it in the green. There we go. Spent £1,000 on fuel this morning. I could use the worker and get the worker going and get him started harvesting field 6 for me. I could be doing that, but I think people want to probably see me use this beast this morning or in today's video. Hook that up. Header doesn't have any folding or unfolding required. Have a quick look. There's the pipe folded. We've got obviously adjustment on there. Open and close it. Switch the bad boy on. And off we go. Nice bit of harvesting to start the day. It's on blow. We want it on straw dropping because obviously we're going to need the straw for the cows. So first crop being harvested today is oats, which will go straight to the sell point. We don't need the oats for any reason. We're just growing them to sell, and obviously the straw for the animals. Some of the other crops, like the soybeans and the canola, they will be kept for the production. But yeah, it's working very, very well, this. X9 can process a lot of material. So it can power its way through these fields very, very quickly. And like I say, with this header, it should make very short work of these fields with a 60-foot header. I think the header probably works on the S790 as well, the regular John Deere harvester. I think pipe might be a little bit tight when it comes to unloading it. Might not be quite. See, obviously you've got a lot of clearance to worry about here. You've got all the extra header. So when you come to unload the harvester with your tractor and trailer, it does tend to stick out a bit. I'm going to get full in a second. Lights are flashing. We're at 90%. 93. Turn off the straw swather. Right. There we go. See that? See? Perfect pipe on that. Perfect pipage. But yes, I did take the opportunity at the end of the last video to get rid of some of the, to move some of the soybean straw into my silage machine over here. So there should be plenty of silage being fermented. I did sell a trailer load as well. Obviously, we didn't sell quite enough. Wasn't able to sell quite enough stuff to actually be able to afford to buy my harvester, my new harvester here, without taking a bit of a bank loan. Had to take a bit of a loan. I mean, obviously I've still got 200,000 left in the bank. I wasn't quite sure how much I was going to need. I was trying to price everything up in my head. I know the harvester is not cheap. For those of you that didn't see how expensive the harvester was, it is $814,815. Quite expensive. And the header as well wasn't exactly cheap. Find it in here. 60-foot header, $167,967, and then obviously the trailer as well was about 22 grand to put the header on. So it's cost me over $1 million. Let's just say it's cost me $1 million, around about $1 million bucks. You get this harvester. Doesn't unload as quick as fast as the last one. That's one thing. It's a bit slower at unloading than the last harvester. The last harvester was quite quick at dumping. Oh well. But anyway, we'll carry on harvesting. I'm not even using the GPS to keep me lines straight. I think what I might do when I come to do field 6, then the soybeans, I might actually use both harvesters. I might take the AI farmer, start him on one edge of the field, and then I start on the opposite edge, and we work basically towards the middle. We work into the middle of the field. That could be a good way of doing it. That could be a good way of doing it. Speed up the harvest a little bit. Obviously we're going to have fields 8 and 10 to do relatively soon as well. But I'm hoping I've just staggered the fields enough that we can focus a little bit on getting them separated. Getting the fields separated enough and staggered enough that I'm not just having to do all harvesting. Be nice if I can be in a position where I've got a couple of fields that I can be lime spreading, manure slurry spreading, cultivating, ploughing, whatever, seeding, as well as having fields that are ready for harvest. the one advantage to playing this map and this save without seasons. Because obviously now playing 2 maps with seasons, Slovak Village and the multiplayer server, it is in that, I'm in that situation where every single day you only have one type of work available. You can only do cultivating, you can only do sowing, you can only do fertilising, you know. It's very difficult then to obviously get a variety of content, a variety of activities. You just spend the whole day doing the same thing on every field, and I know that's real life, but from a gameplay point of view, from an entertainment point of view, that does get a bit boring and repetitive. So for the people wondering why we don't play, why a lot of content creators don't play with seasons, that's probably your answer, you know. Do you really want to watch us plough 12 fields one after another, or do you want to see us slurry spread 12 fields one after another? I'm sure you prefer to see us do a bit of everything in a video, or a couple of different things in a video or a stream. Like I say, I think Seasons is a great mod for playing by yourself, if you're just playing for entertainment. Whereas I think if you're like me and you're a content maker, it's a little bit difficult to make a lot of good content unless you're doing really short seasons. You know, you're doing 6 days or something, which then makes it seasons a little bit glitchy, I seem to recall. But so far I'm having fun. Certainly the multiplayer server, things have been working okay. Slovak Village has been working brilliantly. I've not encountered any issues yet. The test will be when we start heading into things like the summer and we start trying to do like the grass mowing and stuff, because it's always been the grass that's given me the issues. Normally, not being able to dry it, not being able to get it tedded, not being able to get enough cuts throughout the year. It doesn't seem, you know, having issues with it regrowing fast enough. I can mow the grass, you know, 3 or 4 times a year to produce enough. But hopefully that's all been fixed, and hopefully I'm not going to have any problems with it. But yeah, nice that we've got the harvester going. It's proving very nice, this machine. Like I say, I went for the dual tyres because I think the dual tyres looked a bit more, it looked a bit weird with the singles. It looked a bit anorexic, you know. But at the same time, the crawlers look weird. When you've gone from, you know, 3D tracks to 2D again, it looks weird. It looks very weird. The shame Giants haven't retroactively updated all of the harvesters in the game, all of the tracked vehicles, and given them 3D tracks, and then let the mod makers then obviously use those tracks in their own builds. It's a shame. It's a bit of a shame, but hopefully, you know, maybe it's a sign that in the next game, Farm Simulator 2X or whatever it's called, that all the tracked vehicles will have 3D tracks, and then creators will be able to use those assets in their own work. About to get full again. Pipe out. That's a lot of straw. I haven't checked the animals today. I've not had a look to see whether they actually required anything. I probably should do whilst this is unloading, because it's going to take a moment to unload. Let's have a look. The chickens could do with maybe a bit of food and a bit of water. Productivity on the soy drink is good. Productivity on the flour production is good. Sheep could do with a little bit of grass and hay. Biodiesel production is good. The cows could maybe do with a little bit of stuff. We've got 55,000 litres of milk, 49,000 litres of manure, 36,000 litres of slurry. We could probably do with taking some of that to the BGA. Cheese production is going okay. So, yeah. At the moment, not going to panic about the animals, and they seem to be okay. Just going to leave that tractor running, actually, whilst I finish my harvesting. But yeah, 60-foot header is very nice. This is very, very nice. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows currently into the field. Had I been using the regular header, I'd probably still be over there somewhere. You know. Because what was that, 13 metres, the regular header? So these are, you know, 5 metres, an extra 5 metres or so. Almost a third bigger. Making very quick work of these fields. I notice we are getting full a lot faster again as we go back through the as we transition to the better quality of soil. We're getting more yield, so therefore I can't judge that I can't judge when I'm going to get full. We seem to be filling up a lot faster now because we're harvesting more, because we're getting a better yield off this part of the field, so therefore the harvester fills up much faster. So I can no longer say, oh yeah, I can harvest 2 rows before I need to empty. Nope, that's gone out the window. Put the straw swath on to blow. Grab this guy. Right, whilst he's unloading, we will go and move the other harvester What's going on there? No unloading. There we go. We'll go move the other harvester. No, that's the mower. Yes, you. We'll take... Oh, we need some fuel. Oh, I've hit a flipping cultivator again. Oh, there goes the scout. Nearly. Demolishing everything because I'm driving around with a header attached. Let me put the fuel pump on. Right, we've got to get over here. I need to... I'm going to refuel from our little truck trailer here, actually. Drive him over to field 6, park him over there because that's the field we'll go and harvest next. After we've done this. He's finished harvesting. Right, got 47% capacity, so we've used about half, well, we've used just over a half of the Thunder trailer's supplies. Probably could have done with doing a little bit of a repair job. I think it's the harvester that needs the repair. Don't think it's the header. Machine opened up. So yeah, field 6 soybeans. This is the field that we leased, that I have leased, because I couldn't afford to buy it outright. So I'm paying a lease every year, which obviously is hard to work out when you're not playing with seasons. But I believe after X number of days in game, I basically get charged a fee. Which is a percentage. I think it's about a quarter of the field's value. So if this field was like 1 million, I get charged 250 grand for leasing it, which means obviously if I have leased it for 4 years, I've basically paid the field's value, but I still don't own it. So long term, you will pay more for a field than if you bought it outright, but obviously in the short term, if you haven't got the funds to pay for a field, it labels you to get harvesting. Obviously what you want to do is, obviously when you reach the point where you can afford to buy the field, you want to buy the field. You don't want to keep paying leasing. Either way, you're still going to end up paying more for a field, because obviously the money that you've spent on leasing the field doesn't come off the field value. So if the field is worth 1 million and you've rented it for 2 years, the field isn't suddenly like half its value. It's still going to cost you 1 million to buy it, so you would have still have spent more in the long term. I'm loving this though. I did a slight little bit of crop destruction on the corner of that field. That was with the seeder. When I did my seeding, I drove through here because I thought, oh, I don't need to fold the seeder up or the sower up. It'll be all right. And then the outside of the air cart, the air seeder, drove across the corner of that field, and the wheels did crop destruction. So that's a lesson learned by me. Don't turn around with the seeder on a field that's got crop growing on it. But there we go. We're getting there very nicely. We are getting there. We've got quite a bit of stuff going on. 74%, 3/4 full again already. Productivity is at a high. Is this going to be wide enough? No, it's not. You troll game. Got a silly little strip to harvest, look. But all in all, I feel this has been a good upgrade. We definitely seem to have harvested this field a lot faster than we did previously. This machine is doing the job that I wanted it to do. It's definitely harvesting. Its harvesting capabilities are definitely better than the one I had before. The Mark 1, should we call it the Mark 1 X9? The Mark 2 is a definite improvement. And like I say, with the right header, it's even better. I mean, obviously, I could have used the 60-foot header on the X9 that I already had. I just wouldn't have gained a lot out of it because obviously the Mark 1 X9 didn't have the extra tank expansion options on it. So I was always going to be stuck at 24,000 litres or thereabouts, which meant I was still going to need to unload it just as many times, if not more, because obviously it's harvesting more with a 60-foot header attached to it. It would have filled up a lot quicker. So I definitely would have then needed Follow Me working alongside me to keep me empty, which I've not done on this field, but I certainly think when I go over to do field 6, I'm probably going to employ Follow Me. I will probably employ Follow Me, I think. Right, let's finish this field off. We've got one strip to do. And then we'll be ready for the great soybean harvest of field 6. We'll get a load more soybean straw as well. But yeah, well, I'll go sell the oats as well in a second. I'll get them sold today. We'll see how much money we make for the oats. I can then repay, hopefully, the loan or some of the loan. Like I say, I wasn't sure how much money I was going to need, so I borrowed like 275,000 because I thought that's a nice round number. And I've obviously still got 200,000 left, so I probably didn't need 275,000. So hopefully we'll get that loan repaid fairly quick, because I don't want to pay any loan interest if I can help it. I don't want to be constantly paying out every single day. We can take our harvester and just enjoy it. Just start banging out the crops every now and then. I'm also debating whether or not to do a root crop harvest, do a potato harvest. Again, it comes down to the fact of, do I want to buy the two other productions? Do I want the chips factory? Do I want the sunflower oil factory? If I buy those, then I'm going to need to do potatoes and we're going to need to do sunflowers. I mean, I've still got room for them over there on the farm. I've got room for the factories, definitely. Oh. And that is the oat harvest completed. Go and sell this. Quickly while that's unloading, let's check the price screen. We want oats. I love transport company. Right, they are all the way down the bottom of the map. We can manage that though, let's do it. We can manage a bit of transport company. We can have a drive down there today. No, 190,475 litres of oats. That's well worth having. Well worth having. Better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, as I often say. We'll get that sold. And then obviously we can prepare in the next video for doing soybean harvesting, which, like I say, we'll hire a worker to assist us. Worker can assist us from one side of the field. I will follow me, working with me on the other side of the field, and we'll kind of meet somewhere in the middle. No doubt the worker will do will get to the middle before me, because obviously he's not going to have to ever stop for unloading. Plus I think he's a little bit quicker than me. I'm sure he is. I'm sure his header lets him, because his header is smaller, he'll be able to go faster than me. Oh, we've got the spinnery over here. Obviously not going into the spinnery. We're going into the transport company. Is this one? Again, not very often do I come down here. Because normally I'm like, nah, can't be bothered to drive all that way. I'll just go to the nearest sell point, even if it's not the best price. But today I want the best price, because obviously I've got the loan to repay. Now we've got $253,631 for harvest income. That means we can repay all that loan, and we've still got 182,000 left in the bank. So yeah, like I say, had to take the loan because I couldn't quite afford to buy the harvester, the header and the trailer. I didn't need to loan 275,000, but hey, I did it for one day, so hopefully we shouldn't get too much interest. We shouldn't be charged too much in interest, and hopefully, like I say, before the end of the day anyway, we'll have got field 6 harvested, and we'll be making some money. Well, we're bound to sell some soybeans before the end of this day. Most definitely, I would have thought. This is my field anyway, so this is the one I want to be on. Like I say, I will be using Follow Me in the next episode to have this guy driving alongside me to keep me unloading at all times. Obviously going to have to work out what distance he needs to be from me. Be interesting to see if he has any issues with the header, whether he has any collision issues where he won't drive past me, because he's, the 18 meter header might just give him a little bit of a issue. Might just freak him out a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see, guys and girls, won't we? We'll park this guy somewhere back here. Right, we're going to need the harvester. Put it on blow. Make sure it's fully cleaned out the tanks. Right. Next step. Need header back on trailer. On. He's on. Quickly fold him up. And away we go. You might want to get out of the way, cars, because we're quite a big vehicle. Quite a wide load and a large load. Ooh. You know what? I'll drive on the grass. Right, once we get to the end of the field, folks, that'll be the end of today's video. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, make sure you leave that thumbs up for me and leave me that like. Remember to subscribe to the channel and enable your notification bell. Leave your comments for me in the comments section down below. And remember to share this video everywhere you see fit, with everyone you see fit. I've been CWATTYESO. This has been Eureka Farms here in Farming Simulator 19. I will see you all again very soon. Goodbye for now, everybody. Cheerio. Cheerio.